Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another vlog. And we're back at 10 Cents Workshop and we're getting back on the Ducati. I expected this to be a shorter process, but this is taking a really long time. And last time we removed the footrests. That's right here. It is yet to be fully sanded, so it's somewhat done, but today we are going to jump on to the front forks and finish up the footrests, and in the next video we're going to finish up the rest of the bike. So this is going to be a bit of a series, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. So Andrew, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm trying to make your bike can stand without the style stand.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're just trying to get a center mount so that we can remove the front fork a bit more easier. Because we remove the footrests, the mounts are lost. The mounting point is lost. So we're trying to find a new mounting point. Otherwise, we would have to use these L-shaped brackets to mount the bike on, the same ones that I have back at home. So after struggling with getting the bike on the stand, we finally decided that we were going to even change up the sprocket. So as you can see here, the sprocket is close to end of its life. All the sharpness is gone. It's all dirty. There's so much grease on it. It needs a good clean. We're gonna remove this, put a new sprocket in, and as my man Andrew here would say, a new gear in. And we're gonna change up the chain as well so that it's all clean and like fresh. When we take the bike out again, it has got to feel like it's from the factory. After a bit of struggle, finally we got it up on the lift. We had to put a harness in so that we can take out the front forks easily. So we remove the rear wheel out of the mount, placed aside. We're going to be changing the sprocket right there, the gear right there. And then next we're going to change out the chain as well. We need to take it out, cut it, remove it. And then after that we're going to jump onto the fork. And when Andrew's going to be working on the floor, I'm going to be sanding down the footrests and the headlamp assembly here so that we can paint that out, put a black paint on it and put a clear coat on it, get that done. And then eventually start fitting things onto the bike. To remove the front forks, first we'll have to remove the Brembos. Beautiful Brembo. So this is why I want to get it changed, guys. As you can see, there's so much grease, so much oil drippage over here. So we're going to be changing up the fork seals, changing the whole compression in this. So we're going to open it up. There is a bolt right here and one at the bottom. So you're just going to have to remove that, and both of these are going to pop right out. But first, let's get on with removing the brakes. So as I was putting the footage online on Facebook, a guy reached out to me and he was one of the first owners of this specific Ducati. I don't know how he realized, maybe it is the scratches that is there here and there. So he recognized it and he reached out to me and he told me like how much he did on the bike, which is not really that much. So I don't know. And then the guy who bought it after me didn't ride it much. And then now I picked it up and we're going to be riding it quite a bit. So I can't wait for this to get ready. And we are back on the road. The side came out so much more easier, but the right side is being a little beat. The first one on top is out, but we're really struggling to take out the bottom one. We used flame guns, hammers, wrenches, braking rods, Allen keys. So we probably just have to knock it out, just break it out or probably even chop it out. Just get a whole new hardware for that. I really want this to get done, guys. So Andrew's working on the bike. I'm gonna pick up some drinks for us. I have something special in this that I want him to try. My go-to is Coke Zero always, but I'm gonna make Andrew try this one. Let's see if he likes it or not. Good?
No.
Alright, I got you a break. Check this out.
Thanks so much.
I want you to try this, Andrew.
Okay.
So this is Amul Spice Buttermilk.
So it's yogurt, first time I try this one.
Try it out.
Thank you.
Let's see how it is.
Okay. Why now?
Yeah. I'm sure everyone wants to see how you like it. It's weird.
It's weird, but it's not.
It's not spicy.
Yeah. Just like I ate chip.
Yeah. Looks like he likes it. So now, looks like we're gonna be welding a bolt on to the point here, and then we're gonna wrench it out. Let's see if this works. So I had to get out for insurance reasons. He didn't want me standing there when he's welding. But I wanted to show you guys something else. The shop next door just opened up, and check this out, guys. Beauties. This is so sick. Yamaha TZR. I think this is a 250cc. This is from the times when they had those engine displacement restrictions in Japan. And again, the Honda NSR 250. So I think they were all lined at 250. So they had to do whatever they can to get it out. And check out the size of these exhausts. My Lord. It's tiny. I mean, the initial point is huge, and then it becomes really tiny on top. And I think this is single side, double side, and different lengths. That's cool. It's a funky exhaust setup right here. And this one right here is pretty much the same again. And these bikes are tiny. They're not really big. They're not like my R6 or anything. These are really small. Like, if I sit on it, half my ass probably will fit on the seat. Well, I am a bigger dude, so that is understandable. But if I bend down to the front, I don't know how hard it's gonna be. This deck, I think it's a little bit newer. This, not so much. I don't know why they have this right here for the fuel tank. I don't think this is the fuel suction pump that goes into the engine. I think this is just as a safety point that they have this. But educate me, guys. I don't know. All the experts out there on old JDM bikes, let me know. Now let's get back in there and see what's happening.
I think I little bit smart.
Finally, it's coming out. So we had to chop it out with the metal blade and then hammer it down. Finally, it is out. Whew! That was a long one. It took us like about 45 minutes easily just to get this one out. Now that this is done, the calipers are off, the wheel's gonna come off, the fork's gonna come off. So time for Dinesh to report to duty, and I need to get on to wet sanding the foot pegs and the front headlight assembly. I have my setup ready right here. Now it's time to remove the fork. We already did a trial on one. We removed it. This was successful. Well, we had small challenges in it, but Andrew made it happen. Next, we're going to remove this, and you guys can witness the puzzle assembly that the front forks is on this bike. I don't know if it's just for Japanese bikes and European bikes there's a difference, or like every single brand has its own way. Andrew? Every brand is the same? For the front fork?
Little bit same, but quite different inside the fork.
Okay.
Like this.
The spring and everything.
Yeah, something
the tension
different.
rod.
Yeah.
It's different, okay. So ideally we're doing this just to change out these rubber gaskets.
Seal.
Rubber seal. Just that the word doesn't come in my mouth. So we have the replacement rubber seal right here. Now we remove this two right here and remove the top, and this should slide right out, and the rest of the assembly will stay on the steering handle. We won't have to remove the remaining. There. This is so much more easier than taking out the Brembos. So Supposedly, the right side is different from the left side fork for some reason. But to release the fork, after you release the tension, you do need this contraption right here for you to line it up so that you can compress the shock and release the extra tension inside so that the spring pops out. If you open it just like that, it's probably going to blow up in your face, so do not do that. Okay, now we pour out the oil, get everything out. That goo is thick. Then now we replace it. Hopefully I have better shocks in the front and I don't feel like shaking like this every time I'm riding on a shitty road. Something new that I learned today. So each of the front forks, the left and the right, are different, and that is because one is going to be the compound fork and one is going to be the rebound fork. Now this was the right side fork and that was the compound fork, and this one is the rebound fork. We're not sure. But
I
still,
need to fact check.
yeah, we're not sure. We don't want to give you the wrong information, but that is a different assembly and this comes out to be a different assembly. So if you guys can see here, you need a special tool to remove that inside assembly. For that, we use this sort of a rod. But since this is not going to fit in that, this is only for JDM bikes. For European, it's going to be a little bit different. So Andrew did a little bit of playing around and he hammered it out. Now it is spinning out slowly. Now that's going to come out. And eventually the springs and the tension rods. So this one right here, we need the sockets to go into these or the inside circle points, and then we need to spin it out and take it out. So we just hammered it, we put a screwdriver there and hammered it out. Came out a little bit more easier. And there's the top spring. The big spring. What's that? Come on, man. Old school racing Audi? Could be an Audi or a BMW, not sure. I think it's an Audi. So that's done. Now we fill the Silcoline oil. We have the fork and suspension oil that we top it off with, and then put the assembly back together and mount it back onto the ride.
Remember to clean all the things first.
Yes, we'll have to clean all the rods first, clear it out of all oil so that it looks spick and span and new when it comes back. Along with the Brembos, we need to clear up the Brembos. We're going to change up the brake pads as well so that I have the maximum braking capacity. Inner seal gets locked in, and then you use the size guide to secure it into the pipe. And this is intense. I couldn't have done this at home. No way. The rubber is sat in. Time to pour out the oil. There is an exact measurement for that. That is 538 cubic centimeters. Measure it out. There. Nice, beautiful purple oil.
Just like a bartender.
Yeah. You're making a cocktail, huh?
Yeah. Cheers.
I don't think the forks initially had 538 cubic centimeters each, because this is all the oil that came out of the forks. I think everything is already leaked out very well, and hence the grease on the brakes. So now this goes back on the bike. But I need to jump back on to sanding because Andrew's well ahead of me. I need to finish that up so that we can finish up what we planned for today and we can head back, go spend some time with the family. It is a Sunday after all. Right, time to paint. So they're set up right here. All of them are set up. First, we need to wipe them down for any grease and dust with any cleaning solvent. We're gonna clean it out thoroughly, and then we wash it out with water again, and we dry it out, and then be paint ready. So it is the end of the day. Time to check on the progress on my end. I'm a first time painter, you guys. So I tried it. I sanded it as much as I could, but it was not good enough. But there was one that worked out. The headlamp assembly. That worked really well. It came out really smooth. No scratches, no dust, no bubbles. This looks beautiful, but I can't say the same for the footrests. That we need to fix up. And then we were working on the fork. The fork is done. The assembly is completed. I do have to buy a few more parts for this. The connecting rod and extra hardware for this, because it is bending a little bit when it comes down. But that is not that big of a fix. We fixed the Bremos back on. And on the other side, we still do need to buy an extra nut and bolt for it to secure it into the wheel. So that can be done. But that's pretty much it. For today's progress, I think we're on it. Yes, we didn't do the sprocket, but that's because we didn't have enough time. But that's going to be a pretty simple fix. I don't think that's going to take too long. It'll happen. We'll do it on the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you liked today's video, smash the like button. And I hope you guys enjoyed all the JDM bikes. That was sick. That was really nice. And if you haven't subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button as well. I'll catch you guys on the next one. So till the next time, peace.